I didn't grow up poor, but at 25, I was still broke. Not zero in the bank broke, more like one unexpected expense away from panic broke. And what made it uncomfortable was this. On paper, I was doing everything right. Good degree, stable job, decent salary, no major disasters, yet my savings account barely moved. If that sounds familiar, this story is probably for you. When I was 25, I lived in a normal city. Nothing luxury, nothing rural. My take-home pay after tax was about $3,200 a month. Here's where it went. Rent, $1,300. Car payment plus insurance, $450. Student loan, $300. Phone, internet, subscriptions, $180. Groceries and basic living, $450. That left roughly $520. Not terrible, not great, but workable. Except it never stayed $520. There was always something. A weekend trip, new clothes for work, a birthday dinner, a small Amazon order, coffee on the way to the office, drinks after work. Nothing reckless, just normal life. By the end of the month, my savings contribution was usually $50 to $100. At that pace, saving $10,000 would take 8 to 10 years. That's when it hit me. The problem wasn't my income, it was the system I had built around it. The hidden mistake wasn't overspending, it was outsourcing my financial decisions to my lifestyle. My expenses weren't chosen intentionally, they were inherited from my environment. My apartment matched my coworkers, my car matched my social circle, my weekends matched Instagram, my spending matched convenience. None of it felt extreme, but all of it was automatic. And automatic systems don't optimize for savings, they optimize for comfort. Here's the simple math that changed everything. Let's say I spent $4 on coffee, $12 on lunch, $30 on random online stuff, $40 on weekend drinks. That's $86. Do that 3 times a week, that's $285. Over a month, $1,032. Over a year, $12,384. That's my 10K right there. Not in one big mistake, in small, invisible ones. Why do smart people make this mistake? Because our brains are wired for immediate comfort, not future stability. Spending feels concrete, saving feels abstract. A new jacket gives instant feedback, a higher savings balance doesn't. And socially, spending is visible, saving is silent. No one sees your emergency fund, but everyone sees your lifestyle. So we end up optimizing for appearance, not resilience. Here's what happens if you don't change this. At 30, you're still doing okay. At 35, you still need credit for surprises. At 40, your income is higher, but so are your expenses. Your lifestyle grows faster than your savings. Not because you're irresponsible, but because your system never changed. The shift didn't come from budgeting apps or financial gurus. It came from one quiet realization. My money needed a job before my lifestyle gave it one. I didn't cut everything. I didn't move to a tiny room. I didn't stop living. I just stopped letting comfort decide first. My savings became non-negotiable. My spending became intentional. My upgrades became slow and earned. Not emotionally driven, not socially pressured. Mathematically calm. When I finally hit $10,000, it didn't feel exciting. It felt stable. And stability is underrated. Being financially intelligent isn't about chasing wealth. It's about reducing financial noise. Less panic, less reaction, more control. Not louder success, quieter confidence.